Hi everyone, this Web 2.0 technology is called Padlet. Padlet is an online interactive bulletin board where you can add posts, either text-based or you can share pictures, you can share links, you can share all different kinds of resources. You can add posts just for yourself. You can share your Padlet bulletin board with other people so they can add their own comments or add their own posts. It's a great way to share information. It's a really great tool for collaboration. On the Bloom's taxonomy grid, I think it falls under creating because it's a way to display information. And depending on how you organize it, it can show a more in-depth understanding of the information you're presenting. So as an example, I created a Padlet for my multimedia toolbox. This is for anybody who didn't see it earlier in the semester. So each square here is a different post that I added, and I created a different post for each tool in my toolbox. And I sorted them into different categories for my own benefit, and then I'm a huge dork, so I color-coded each post just to add another layer of organization to it. And I linked to every to the website of every resource in my Padlet. And what's cool is you can leave it open to comments. So I noticed that Shayna commented on one of my posts down here. So I'm really glad you checked it out, Shayna. Thank you. So this is what it looks like if you have a Padlet that's just for one person posting. Now I'll show you an example of what it looks like if you have a Padlet where a bunch of different people are posting. So this is something that my manager created after the Rutgers Online Learning Conference. And every post here is from a different person, and we're all sharing resources that we walked away with following the conference. I thought this was a great idea because everybody went to a different session, so we all learned different things, but now we have one central place where we can all go and find out what everybody learned and what they thought was particularly interesting, what could be helpful. So you'll see a couple of people commented on different posts, and you have the ability to like a post if you want, which I thought was a fun little touch. So really quickly, I'm going to show you what it's like to make your own Padlet. It's so easy. To start, you go to the home page and you click the Make a Padlet button. And I use the shelf format for my multimedia toolbox. There are a bunch of different layout options, and if you don't feel like starting from scratch, you can use one of their pre-made templates. For now, I'm going to start with the first layout, which is the wall template. So you'll see it. They're so funny. It opens up with this. It automatically pops up with a wallpaper, but everything here is customizable. So we're not going to call this my swanky wall. We're going to call it Web 2.0. The description, I like Made with Whimsy, but let's change it to demonstration. I know, so boring. You can add a little icon, which doesn't add any value other than it makes it fun. So I'm going to do heart eyes, and that pops up over here. You get, every Padlet has its own unique link that you could share with people. Let's change out the wallpaper. I'm going to look through their pre-selected pictures here, and I'm going to change it to cupcakes because I love cupcakes. If I didn't like cupcakes, I could add my own image by clicking over here. And they don't have a whole lot of options for color schemes or for fonts. They really only have these four to choose from, but I'm going to stick with this font because I think it's easy to read. And you can open it up so that other people can comment, like you saw in the first two Padlets that I showed you. You can add a feature where you can grade each post, or you can have people rate each post. For the sake of this demonstration, because we might be using this in some kind of academic capacity, I'm going to select the grade option. So you could choose a maximum grade. I'll keep it at 100 for now. And hopefully you won't need to do this, but you could filter out the profanity, or you could have a moderator approve everything. So then once you click next, you're pretty much set to start. And you can add your posts either by clicking on this plus sign down here. You can drag and drop stuff right into the Padlet and create a post around that. Or you can double click and a post template will come up. So this is the headline for my first post. We'll do testing, testing, and then the description is going to be 1, 2, 3. And it's at this point that I could either share a link to an outside website. I could take a snapshot of myself and share it here. I could upload either a file or an image. There are a whole bunch of different options for your posts, but I'm going to keep this one very basic. And I think it looks good. I'm all done. So I'm going to click outside of my post and voila, I have posted. Let's say I want to go back and edit it. I just hover within the box of the post and I click the little pencil. And then I'm going to make my edit. Now, let's say I decide I hate this post. I wish I never made it. I could always go back and delete it. I could choose to color code it like you saw in my toolbox. So I'm going to make it purple. I could expand it if I had a lot of information and it was a little hard to read because it's kind of shrunken in this format. I could expand it out, make it easier to read. And I think it's ready to be graded. So I'm going to assign it a 99. It is almost perfect. And then I didn't leave it open for comments, which I probably should. So I'm going to go back to that little gear sign and I'm going to say, you know what? I really want to be able to comment on it. So I'm going to add that comment feature and then I'm just going to save my new modification. And then great job. So positive. Now with this layout, the first post just kind of automatically falls in the middle. When you add more posts, you can kind of rearrange the order. So second post, let's see, new post. And I'm going to link this one to a website, Google. So fun. All right, so as you can see, once you've created your post and you've linked it, all you have to do is click on that link and it takes you out of Padlet and opens up the new page. But I'm not going to do that here. So I think I want my testing post to be first. So I'm going to slide that over. And now it is in front of my second post. And depending on the layout you choose, you won't always have that option to kind of drag and drop in that way. Like the shelf layout for my multimedia toolbox, they're pretty static, but you can drag and drop within each category. I want to keep that the way it is because it's organized the way I like it. So yeah, there are a lot of different things you could do. It's a great class resource. So for example, for this course, if I made a Padlet and shared it with everybody, we could all add a tool that we included in our wiki pages. And then, if I leave it open to comments, we could all talk about the successes that we had with the tool, questions that we have, and really make it an interactive space where we can share ideas, share all sorts of stuff, and get a conversation going. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was if you go back to the home page, they have it's the gallery, and it's a bunch of different fun Padlets that you can explore on a bunch of different topics. So the one that I thought was really cool was the which fast food chain burger is the best. And this is one of the Padlets where you can rate each post. So I rated the McDonald's burger. I think I gave it 5 stars because I like McDonald's. But yeah, there's a bunch of different things you could do with Padlet. But most importantly, you could share information in a way uh, that's fun to look at, that's easily digestible, and above all, that is collaborative. So I hope you guys check it out. It's really a fun resource.